Well, hey there. It's been a long time since I've gotten on here, and I'm just as nervous to do this video as I was my first one, just because it seems like it's been forever, and it seems like the world has changed so much that it's like a lifetime ago. I was like a whole different person, it seemed like, last time I was on here. Not worrying about too much of anything. And then this, I don't want you to think that I'm like really worried, but I don't know, a lot of you that know me personally, or that are friends with me on here and on Instagram or Facebook, you know that I've been a little bit stressed out about getting my two sons who are out of the country back home, as they're starting to restrict travel. Oh, my battery. Got to plug my phone in. Let's pull in. Well, here comes Jeff right now. Okay, so my battery was about dead. Hold on, I have to talk. Okay, so that was Jeff. He was taking the boys' car. All of our boys have learned how to drive and have cycled through this one old car of ours. It's a Toyota. Goodness. It's a Toyota Land Cruiser, an old one, like a, what is it, 95 maybe? And so that thing had seen us through. Well, we drove it for a long time, and then when our oldest kid turned 16, that was his car to drive to school. And boy, wasn't that a great thing, because then he could drive his siblings to school too. And so that was nice. But anyway, so then it went through him, and then it went through my older set of twins, and they drove it to school, and then my youngest set of twins drove it to school. So it has done very well for us, but it needed new tires. And he was taking it, I guess, to Walmart to get some, but he said they were closed. So no new tires for a little while. He just pumped them up with some air. So anyway, how are y'all doing with the pandemic and everything? We're staying put mostly. I mean, there's some neighbors out and about. Here's the thing, I've been seeing more neighbors out than I normally do, just out in their yards or walking down the street. So I took off this morning. So my son Eli, who came in from the Philippines, it's been a long week, but he called last Tuesday morning and said, we're leaving the country. The president of the Philippines has given us 72 hours, all foreigners 72 hours to get out. And they ended up exceeding that 72 hours, but somehow the church worked it out with them to let them leave on Sunday. On Sunday. Their Sunday is Saturday for us. So we picked him up late Sunday night, like 3:40 a.m. We drove to Nashville and picked him up, and it was really great. It was really great. And so now I've just heard from Samuel in Brazil, and he called me this morning and said that he will be leaving tomorrow morning. Oh, does he want me to stop? No, I don't think so. So Samuel is going to be leaving the Philippines tomorrow at, I think, 5 a.m. Not the Philippines, for heaven's sake, Brazil. Like I told you, it's been a long week. So he will leave. He's in the north of Brazil by the Amazon River, and he will fly to, we say Sao Paulo, but when he says it like you're supposed to say it, he says São Paulo or something like that. So that's the correct way to say it, I guess. So he's going to fly there at 5 a.m. And from there, he's thinking they have a direct flight to Tennessee, but we don't really know. So I don't really know. I still don't have an official itinerary. Oh, people are out hiking. Boy, there's a lot of cars. We have a little hiking trail over here. It's a really nice one. People come from all over to hike it. It is really nice. And so I think that's healthy to get out and do, rather than just staying in your pajamas all day inside your house. Although, I mean, you know, there's a time for that too, probably. But I think it's good to get out, and as long as we maintain that 6 feet distance, you know, between each other, I think that it's good to get out in the fresh air. Unless you're sick. Now, if you're sick, you keep your butt home. Seriously, don't come out and share your germs. I mean, you can go out on your porch or something. I don't care if you do that, but don't get out in the public if you're actually sick and coughing. Even if it's just allergies. Like, I have allergies bad, and sometimes, occasionally, I'll sneeze. But, you know, you got to cover that stuff up and not spread it to the world, and not freak everybody out either, because everybody, if they hear you coughing, I'm afraid to sniffle anymore, because they're going to think that you've got it. I don't know. So anyway, this morning, Eli got up this morning and wanted to go for a run. So we did. We ran down the road and didn't get close to anybody. There were a few other people that were out also walking. A woman with some of her like preteen and teenage kids were out walking around. And we talked from, a good safe distance. It was nice. I'd never even met her before. She was one of my neighbors, and she was a lovely lady. And so then we ran. We ended up running about 3 miles, I guess. The mail's still going. Hasn't slowed the mail down, I guess. Anyway, that's why I'm stopped. I'm behind the mail car. Anyway, so I'm about to go to my older son Ty's house. He makes things and sells them on Etsy, and I'm gonna go help him paint something, which I really enjoy. And he really helped me. He and his wife and family helped me last week to get through the week, because it was the longest week waiting to hear whether Eli was going to be able to get out in time. And so I came over here and I would paint his little things and stuff. We would talk and pass the time. And so Eli's already over here today because he loves this kind of stuff. And so I'm going to go in here and hang out with them. So I just wanted to come on and say that I've missed coming on here and talking to you, and I hope that you are doing fantastic and staying safe, washing your hands, and not getting around any sick people. And we will get through this. This will pass, hopefully sooner rather than later, and it'll give us a new appreciation for our health and all the blessings that we've been probably taking for granted. And hopefully, I hope that you're enjoying this time to do some things to, just pause your normal routine and have a little bit of time. But I hope also that we can go back to work soon. So enjoy your time now, because it'll probably be over soon, and then everybody will be back at work and everything will be good. Anyway, I hope y'all take care. See ya. Okay, so I've gone to, I went to my son's to paint, but then he said no, he didn't have anything for me to paint today. So I went to Walmart to see what all they had, and to get vitamins. That's what it was. You know how you've got one thing that gets you out of the house, and then you get there and you come home with a cart full of stuff. So I just thought I'd come talk to you about what I saw, what I got, different things like that. I noticed, it's allergy season here in Tennessee, so we're all, some of us, not all, but some of us in my household are a little bit needing the tissues still, a little bit snotty. So I got a package of 4 Kleenex, and I was getting another one in case my mom needed some. And they came up and checked my cart as I was paying and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you can't." I mean, she was real nice about it, but I couldn't get the two things. I hadn't tried to buy any kind of toilet paper or Kleenex or anything since this whole thing began. So it's true, you can't buy as much Kleenex or toilet paper that you might think you want. And there was no toilet paper. Every time I've gone to Walmart in the past week, there's been no toilet paper, which I think seems to be pretty universal. No toilet paper. I don't know if people are just getting up in the morning and as soon as they open, they go in and but if they're only letting you buy one each, are they going in with 5 different family members and each buying their amount of toilet paper? I don't know. So, and that's unfortunate if you're trying to shop for the older people who are not getting out and going in the stores. It's just that's not good. My mom and dad, they do the click list and they order it and then they come and pick it up, but I'd like to be able to buy some stuff for them. Anyway, so no toilet paper. I came into Kroger to see, I can't remember now. Oh, those little ice drinks, those sparkling sugar-free ice and the kiwi strawberry, I think it is. So I bought some of those. Brindy and I like those. And we've been doing puzzles, so we sit around and drink our ice drinks and do our puzzles. We did a 1,000-piece puzzle in one day yesterday. It was fun. So she picked out another one. She went running with us this morning too. Of course, she finished a long time before I did because she's a lot faster than me. But anyway, so she picked out our new puzzle. So we'll start that tonight. Let's see. Then I went... What did I do? Oh, I know. I went in... Oh, so Walmart did not have... I wanted a roll of paper, like white paper, so that I could make a welcome home sign for Samuel. And I'm going to go ahead and make one for Eli too, because I didn't even think to do that. I was too worried about him getting home last week. Or was that this week? Gosh. Yeah, last week. I was too worried to think about a sign or anything. Because usually, we've always made, I've usually had kids at home that we always, unroll the big thing and we make a big long sign and we tape it up and then we take their picture by it. So we'll be doing that. They didn't have any at Walmart, so I went to Dollar Tree and they had, it wasn't really good. It's the wrapping paper, but they had plain white wrapping paper, so it'll be really thin, but it should do the trick. And I got some sidewalk chalk. I thought it'd be fun to maybe write welcome home on that too. I think we've gone a long time, almost 2 years. Well, I guess it'll be 20 months. And so they were expecting, we were all expecting them to be out for 24 months, but this thing happened and they've come home a little early. So anyway, I got that at, oh, don't touch your face. So I've got I still have this. We've had this in the car for a long time and it's getting a lot of use now. Anytime we leave the car, every time we come back in, we put some of this on. But still, don't touch your face. It's just not good to touch your face. So then I went into Dollar Tree and they had the white paper and they had a couple other things. Oh, I got these little permanent markers to write on the white paper. And look at what they had. They had a little Scotty dog, and I thought he'd be cute if I painted him up. So I got me one, and I got Mom and Dad one because they have, they have the Scotty too. And I got some more tissues. And so then, right beside Kroger is my Dollar General. So I went in there, I don't know why I went in there, Oh, I did need this comb. I needed a kind of teasing comb because I get flat up here a little bit. I don't really tease very often, but when you do, these are the nice kind with the tail that can separate. And I have one at home, but it has like 3 rows. It's like a specific teasing comb, but I just wanted a regular 1 row, not with a whole bunch. And then also on the 3-row one, they were like, somehow the teeth got mangled. So, and then when I was in there, I saw that they had this Believe Beauty, and Josephine's daughter really likes this foundation. So I got some, and I thought about you when I did it. So it looks like it'll be real pretty. And so while I was there, they also had this Moroccan Spice lipstick. I mean, it's sealed shut. I don't know. Can you even see it? It's like some variation of a nude lipstick. It's cheap. And I've been needing, I actually ordered some more Dior Show. And this is sad because I ordered it. I didn't have any in waterproof. So, and I broke down last week. I was all tore up. Y'all don't even know. I was holding it together pretty good, but I held it together, but then I'd been in pain all night because my neck got out, which gave me a really bad headache, and so I was in pain. I'm touching my face again. So I was in pain, and I was worried about, I had just found out that they had just 72 hours to get out of the Philippines, and I don't know why I was so worried. I mean, even if he'd stayed, I'm sure it would have been fine. But I was worried, and I went to my chiropractor appointment, and you have to lay down, face down on the table, while she works on you, and I was just like crying. Well, for one thing, when she came in, she's so sweet, and if you're on the verge of crying and you get around a sweet person, and they give you that little look of concern, it just pushes you over the top and makes you cry. So I had to just bust out crying and say I was worried about my son getting home and all that. And then I when she first came in, I cried, and then I had to lay down with my face in the table. And I got up and I had mascara everywhere. And I'm like, oh boy, is it time? I'm gonna have to get the waterproof mascara again. And I've never tried this one. They had this in a waterproof, because I'm gonna need it again tomorrow now, not because I'm worried, not tomorrow, but the next day probably. Because when Samuel comes in, I'm never gonna not cry when I see my babies after not seeing them for a long time. So I don't know. Do you guys like this Total Temptation Maybelline in waterproof and very black? Anyway, I got it. I hope it works. Okay, so since Eli's been back from the Philippines, his stomach is a little bit tore up, so I got some Tums. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, and I got this in 2 colors too. I guess I could say that. I got the neutral tan and soft beige, and neither one of them looked exactly right, so I thought I could mix them if need be. And then look at how cute this was. It was the little cup measuring things with it written on the side, and it's just, I think that's cool. That I could leave that out, by my stove top. That might be cool. And then this bit of fluff. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I mean, this is my color right here. And so I think I'll probably leave that. I'll probably just age that a little bit and then repaint. I'm not really crazy about this. It's okay. I may leave it, but probably not. I'll probably just paint this all up and stick it somewhere. I don't know. Maybe the porch. I need some stuff to decorate my porch up. I'm looking forward to summer, y'all. I'm looking forward to getting my porch all nice. I'm looking forward to having a garden. We haven't had a garden in a year or 2. And I don't know. I've just kind of been putting life on hold a little bit until all my babies got back in the States. So now they'll be back, and I'm ready for a garden again. So anyway, I'm gonna go home and cook something for supper, and I'll try to post this maybe tomorrow, which will be Thursday. All right, bye y'all.